Hi folks, welcome to this video that will show you how to grade discussion boards. There has been a little bit of a change in the discussion board with this new Desire to Learn platform. So I thought maybe I would just show you how I plan to go in and assess discussion boards. And if you find other methods that are more convenient for you, that's fine. But this is one route to go. Once you find your course, Business Career Strategies, you notice I went in as a student and I just made a post. So I'm going to click, because I know there's discussion posts, right? And I made my post in week 1, okay, or in discussion forum 1, and I'm going to go down to P to Z because that's my last name being Tristani. I fall in there, and you can see that's where my post is. I could click this and go right to that post if I wanted to. All right, but and it's up to you whether or not you wanted to. I'd like to go in here and then click the down arrow and go into assess topic, because you know that if students have posted, you might be ready to assess their work. Now you'll notice here that it's basically got students based on their last name, but you know it's going to give you all the students you have. You know you're only going from P to Z, so what you'll have to do is you'll need to find out where the P's start. All right. So here I know the P's start here, so those are the only people that I'm going to be looking for who posted to that board. I'm going to scroll down because I know I made a post under Tristani, and here I am with my student ID. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click the discussion board rubric. All right, the rubric has been loaded up into your course, all right, and you can assess the discussion posting. Now you'll notice here, this is the rubric, and all you have to do is do your clicks, right? Based on your assessment of the student's post. Now you'll notice you won't see the post until you get to the bottom of the screen. Actually, I'm going to reduce that so you guys can see a little bit better. You'll have to scroll down to the bottom of the screen to see when the student, in my case, Carol Tristani, when I made my posts. I made a test post in August the 25th. So in other words, if your students are making 2 posts, their initial post and a response post to another student to talk a little bit more about, you know, how they felt about that other student's posting or whatever, it will show up down here. So you can see when the students made their post and the quality of what they posted. So this is the only place you need to be in order to judge their topic. So let's say, for example, I thought this post was really great. So I want to assess it highly. I'm going to say, well, the student made their post on time. So I'm assessing both posts. I only made one, but I'm going to assess them as if I'm going in and I found a student who's made their initial post and their response post, because you only grade the postings once, right? For each student once. So they post on a timely basis. So say I made my first post within the first deadline, and my second post is on time. But say, I demonstrated great understanding, personal reflection, and I incorporated some of my experiences in there. But maybe the response post was a little bit vague. Maybe the student, or maybe I just said, yeah, I agree, great post. That's vague, right? It doesn't really add any value to the discussion. Student followed all the netiquette protocols, and maybe I didn't have any spelling errors. So I'm going to get 8 points out of 10. If you save this, you have to remember how much you're giving people in terms of the score, because now you'll have to go into topic score. You'll have to now put in 8 out of 10, and so it goes in the grade book. This is very important. Click published. If you don't click published, you're going to have to go back in and you're going to have to then add the grades in the gradebook manually. So you want to click published and then save and close. Okay, just click overwrite. All right. Now, if I can't go into my, you know what, I don't know if I can, but if you logged in with your student ID or even as an instructor, you could then go in and see if the student has anything in their grades. So let's have a look and see if the student, Carol Tristani, has anything in grades for that post. So you will find that sometimes it takes a little while to load it up. Now you may not be seeing the entire screen here. It is difficult because I'm only showing you part of my screen. But I will find, I'm going to switch to spreadsheet view so I can see whether the grades have been entered or not. And I'm going to go down to find me as a student, and you'll see here that right here under the P to Z discussion 1, because I clicked that box that said published, I now have a grade in the grade book for that student, Carol Tristani. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that you were okay. I'm sure that you will find other ways to grade discussion boards, but I find that might be the best because it gives you the rubric and the student's date and time and actual posting so that you can assess the quality while you're on the board. The only difference is once you click the radio buttons and you save them, you have to go into that thing that we said was topic score to enter it into the grade book. So this concludes our little demo on assessing discussions and updating the gradebook.